Welcome to Create LARPS for All LLC. You can reach out to us at createlarpsforallllc@gmail.com. We're going to be focused on LARP creation and LARP content. Good to see you. Hope you enjoy the video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Keep being awesome. Combat rule number 2. Reiteration, rule number 1, safety. Rule number 2, sportsmanship. Some LARPs have a lot of problems with sportsmanship. Some games have a lot of problems with sportsmanship. This game, there are no dice rolls. Everything is automatic success. Someone calls damage, you take that damage. You get as theatrical as you want about it, but someone calls something, you may have a defensive you can call in response, but the goal is everyone's learning, everyone's here to have fun. No reason to cheat, especially since death has no permanent consequences in this game. If you get defeated in combat, you just go find a healer. Or maybe the storytellers make up an NPC healer if no one wanted to play one. But there's no reason to go, I can't believe I lost. But, oh, my character got knocked down by that. Maybe I should go warn people in town when they bring me back. There's all sorts of cool things that can happen in the story. Getting defeated is not the end. Someone calls something, take the effect. Be a good sport about this. We're all learning, we're all having fun. Make it fun for everyone by being sportsmanlike. Now, we've already reviewed PvP, my thoughts on it, and why it should not be turned on by default. But, optional rules, dueling. Dueling is you are actually dealing damage back and forth, but players have to agree upon it beforehand. And you might want someone with the reform and revive skill nearby, maybe someone to restack your gear, because again, once you're defeated, all your stuff goes with you. And so 2 players can use their skills back and forth until one gets defeated, and then you bring them back. Duels do not have to be to the death, but you are burning skills. You are using your abilities. And you will need to replenish afterwards. Could be a way for players to spar back and forth, show the combat off between other players in a way that has some sort of stakes to it, like watching 2 people fight, which can be fun if you've ever watched people train with weapons. It's very interesting, but this is a LARP, so a little bit more imagination goes into it. But yeah, that's dueling. Now, in no particular order, I'm going to go over a lot of combat mechanics. One that I'm going to go over first is called Fair Escape. Fair Escape is if a player calls it and they haven't dealt any damage to an enemy yet. Fair Escape is I run away. I dodge, I teleport, I do something, I escape the situation. If someone calls a Fair Escape, let them get out of there. If a monster calls Fair Escape, man, I can't believe they got away. Now, they should not be abused, and if you've dealt damage, unless someone else is going to step in and go, I'm going to block for you, and then you call Fair Escape, you're not getting away. Just like if you closed in on someone with a sword, you turn your back to them, they're just going to take you out as you run away. So Fair Escape is for people who mostly don't want to engage with the combat. Or if looks like a battle's lost and your allies are dropping, maybe you declare Fair Escape, you go get away and you warn town, and maybe get them rest, reformed and revived. That's Fair Escape. Another option for players that want to practice combat back and forth is to just call 0 damage. This is generally called sparring. Again, you still want to agree upon, you just don't walk up to people and call 0, call 0, call 0. You're being annoying, you're being a pest at that point. But if someone goes, okay, I want to practice, 0 ranged or 0 magic melee and just trade attacks back and forth and just practice the verbal dueling part of things. Sparring is fine. You're not dealing any actually damage, you don't need healers, you don't need things to fix it up. It's more for people to practice the parts of the combat that exist. And that's sparring. So we've spoken about some things previously. Now for taking effects and combat rounds. There's not a lot of randomness in this game. If someone calls an effect, you take it. There's no random chance, no die rolls. Other LARPs have that. Other tabletop games have that. It's not necessarily needed in this game. Everyone's learning. Everyone's trying to play. Everything is automatic. You hear it, you take it. You see the effect, you take it. You're in the area of an effect, you take it. Combat rounds are 3 to 6 seconds, kind of like tabletop games. You can go faster than that if everyone knows what's going on, but while you're learning, it's going to be a lot slower than that. I'm sure some of us who have played D&D and similar games have seen it sort of grind to a halt and slow down. Since there's not a lot of abilities in the game, some of the LARPs there's a lot of abilities, you can sort of slow it down while people are learning, and then ramp it up as people get more and more used to it. Thank you for watching the video. Again, like, comment, subscribe, dislike. Hope to see you in the next one. If there's something about the LARP you'd like to learn, it's eventually going to show up on the channel. If there's something about a different LARP you'd like to learn, I'd like to film it, get it up here, research it, know a lot of people in the community, and if I don't know them, I'm willing to reach out and figure out whatever you'd like to know about LARPing. There's so many different genres, there's lots of ways to do this, and there's no reason why you can't just do this at home with your friends and have a good time.